Hey guys, hope everybody's keeping well. Just wanted to give a quick video update. So I think last time I said about the possibility of Henry's medication changing to just us giving it to him orally rather than the IV. Got a phone call from our usual doctor yesterday. We weren't getting too many answers on the ward in the mornings, but she was able to give me a bit more, so didn't really get the news what we wanted. Bristol want to keep Henry on IV, at least until there's signs of significant improvements. And I don't really know what that looks like, because Henry, he's not showing any typical symptoms for this fungal infection. So what has been suggested is another CT scan the week commencing the 1st of June. And hopefully that'll show signs of improvement, and then we can take it from there. So yeah, obviously not news we kind of wanted, but I'll be really real with you. Whenever I heard, I kind of just fell apart and kind of broke down a wee bit, and got a wee bit angry, probably at numerous things, but angry at God, and then angry at myself for being angry at God, because I know it's not, he's not doing this. He's with us in it, but he's not doing all this stuff that's making our battle feel a bit harder. If anything, he makes it easier. Henry could be far worse. He could have the symptoms for the fungal infection and we would have to stay in hospital, so I'm thankful we still get out during the day. So yeah, anything else? So CT scan, I sort of requested if, and this is one of like the stupid sort of questions I was talking about that I actually asked. I asked if we can maybe do another bone marrow biopsy, just because his white blood cells are so low in comparison to where they are. Every time I say so low, a doctor always says, but they're high, but they're low in comparison to where they were. They were at 90 when he was diagnosed, and now they're at 20.4 yesterday morning. I don't know what they were this morning, but so I sort of discussed that with the doctor. Haven't had one of them for a few months, so I thought it'd be worth doing one while he's under anaesthetic for the CT scan, just to really find out what the bone marrow was doing with the blood. Now she did say, I think maybe she got the sense of me basically trying to think, is it really JMML? But she says there's clear evidence that it is JMML. His bone marrow is still shooting out some blasts, as they call it, which are the abnormal kind of leukemia cells. But it's not as bad as it was back when he was diagnosed, and he's just remaining very stable, and I give thanks to God for that, because it has to be his work. So, because he hasn't been in, he hasn't been in any treatment, and I think that's what's confusing the doctors. But I'm praying that, I want the doctors to be like, I like them being confused. I want them to be shocked, but I'm praying even more that they're shocked even more, because I'm really praying for a miracle that God heals Henry. Really, just the last few days, I've been really pouring out and begging that he does it before treatment, because yeah, we've been in and out of hospital. We've been doing, I think it's 5 overnights. This is day 6 of the medication, and I'm finding it tough. Like Henry's doing so well, but I'm sort of finding it's giving me a wee bit of a glimpse to, like, Bristol will be up so many more levels, but it's given me a wee bit of a glimpse on regarding switching and staying in the hospital overnight. It can be quite exhausting. So yeah, just it's kind of easing us into it, I guess. So apparently there was some more conversation about the possibility of maybe us going to Bristol before treatment, but I'm not too sure about what that was. Not too sure about the reasoning and the benefits of that, so hopefully I hear a bit more about that. So and then he needs to get an ultrasound later this week. He got his eyes checked today, he got an echo yesterday, no results back from it yet. All these things are just, I actually asked the reason for the echo and stuff like that, and it's just I'm just checking to make sure this fungus hasn't spread. A likely sort of area would be behind the eyes, so that's why he got his eyes checked today. And yeah, so ultrasound later this week. Wait until the CT scan. It's the week commencing the 1st of June, so it's it is a wee bit longer than I thought we would be back and forth to the hospital, because I was kind of hoping we would get the green light on giving it to him orally. But Bristol seems to think the IV is the best way to get the medication, and it's like putting what we've deemed as convenient and comfy for us. Main thing is Henry gets the medication the best way to treat this fungal infection. So yeah, we just have to go with it. I'm thankful he's settling. Like last night, he amazed me and shocked me last night. So we went to the hospital for 8 o'clock. I was in bits still, and like, thank you so much. Like, I messaged the prayer group and some really close friends and family, and your messages kind of really lifted me and helped settle me. So I got back into the hospital. He was connected up to his meds, and then he fell asleep, and he like had a dirty nappy. So I was just like, a typical parent struggle of, do I change this now, or if I don't, I run the risk of him waking throughout the night and having to do it then. So I decided, right, I'll just change it now. If he wakes up, I'll settle him and just go with it. And this is about maybe 9:30, coming up 9:45 maybe. So yeah, he was snoring, and I went to took his pajamas bottoms off, changed his nappy, and he slept the whole way through it. So I was completely shocked, because I wiped him then, and I was just like, surely that will wake him. No, it didn't wake him. Put his nappy on, no, it didn't wake him. And he slept all night, which was brilliant. Woke up a wee bit early this morning because there's a bit of commotion out in the ward. But he went back over for a bit, and then his bloods were taken at 7, and his meds are started at 7. So yeah, he's coping so well. So I'm holding on to that he's really strong and he's a wee fighter. So yeah, so heading up again tonight, aim for about 8 o'clock. So yeah, it's just very, very repetitive, and I suppose initially it's not too bad, but after a few days it's sort of, yeah, it gets tough, and I'm just every night when he goes to sleep and sort of in the hospital room, reading, messaging people. I was watching a series called The Chosen, which is really good. I really recommend it. And it's been sort of keeping my spirits up. And I'm just pouring out to God, because I keep feeling those waves of Bristol hitting me. And I get a wee bit, I don't like admitting it, I'm just getting a wee bit shaken. I think I need to just remember where I'm placing my trust and my focus. And yeah, we're human, but God's with us, so I just need to give all of it. Like, I was pretty emotional yesterday, and I was reminded by a few people, God can handle that emotion, and just make sure I release it. So I'm doing that, and yeah, it's tough, but when you go into that ward, you sort of see other kids that are in the other rooms, and it kind of shifts your perspective a wee bit that Henry's doing okay. He's settled. Like I was saying to a few of my friends, that I don't remember what normal was before all this, and I don't think I'll ever be the same again after all this. My perspective on life and God, and everything has changed. So, like, for the better. Obviously it's a tough season to live through, but we'll get there, and Henry will be healed at the other side of it. So yeah, I'm aware I haven't really typed up a blog for a while, so I'll maybe try and get doing that sometime soon. But yeah, I just wanted to let you know what was happening. We're okay. Just pray for continued strength, that we rest plenty, and Henry stays settled, and that by the time the CT scan comes around, there's significant improvements, and changes can be made then. So yeah, gonna get our dinner and all sorted now. Well, actually, I'll not take credit, David is. And we're gonna get it, chill out for a bit, get Henry ready, and head up to the hospital again. So I'll let you know if there's any other changes. But apart from that, that's everything. So please keep staying safe. And I know that some lockdown stuff's changed, but it's still so serious. There's still people getting this virus and dying from it. So the hospital is still treating it very serious. So we are too. And I just, yeah, I want to get the other out the other side of lockdown. The sooner the better. So yeah, keep safe and healthy, and I'll speak to you sometime soon. All right, take care. Bye.